Welcome to the Bob and Tam Show. So what's today's video going to be all about? It's going to be how you can help us out. You know, we've had our channel going now for a little over a year. This will be our, actually coming up here in the next month, we'll actually be doing motorcycle rallies. It'll be a year since we've been doing them all. So, you know, been to a lot of towns, been to a lot of states. You know, we're just finished our 6th rally, getting ready for the 7th and the 8th, which is going to be in Deadwood and also up there in Sturgis for their big annual 81st rally we're going to be heading to. But here's how you guys can help us. You know, this gets very expensive traveling out, and we're not going to go through all the money and give you complaints. You know, we are retired. We're not looking here to make a living. But it ends up being that with the price of gas going up and more people want us to come to more and more rallies. We didn't go to Laconia this year because of that reason, due to money situation. So there's a couple different ways you guys can help us out. One is by watching our videos. If you watch it all the way through and you watch the commercials that they have, that gets us a little bit of money, some cents. That's what it gets, just a few cents. About 4 cents if you watch all the commercials. If you click through them all, we get about 1/4 of a penny. So we're not getting rich off of that. If you can see how many views there is, and that's not even saying people are watching all the way till the end. It only lets you know that the average person watches about 5 to 6 minutes of a normal video. So if we did an 18-minute video yesterday, 6 minutes of it, they didn't even make it halfway through the video. So you might say, hey, maybe you should make your videos shorter. Maybe we should, but you get a lot less information. So, you know, we go out there and we're doing all this, and I don't think there's anybody. I've been kind of watching the YouTube channels out here, and there's nobody out here that's going to every rally that we've been to. Yeah, there's some people that go down to Daytona, and there's some people that will be at Sturgis, at Laconia, but are they hitting all the circuit?
And do they give it to you in real time, or is it a few weeks or months later?
That's right. So, you know, we're going to be going out there in Sturgis here. We're going to be getting there on July 8th. And within a couple of days, we're going to be putting out a video every single day all the way till August 15th or 16th, depending on the day we pull out. I think we pull out on the 16th. So there won't be a video on the 16th, it'll be the 15th. So we're going to cover everything. So there's going to be a lot of neat stuff. We're going to show you a lot of behind the scenes that's just going on out there at the Buffalo Chip. And we got some great interviews lined up this year. I didn't know if we could out-top last year of all the people that we talked to and the places that we've seen. And already we're going to blow that away. You know, it might have been a 80% video last year. This year we're going to be pushing for 150%. So we're really going to be on our top edges. We got some new microphones. We got some new lighting. We got a whole lot of new stuff that's going to make our videos even better than before. We even got a brand new computer we just got just the other day. So we can give you the best quality videos out there. So that's what we're talking about. So what you would say, that all costs a lot of money. And we're not rich. You know, both of us had a regular job. We're not 62 yet, so we're not getting any Social Security. We're just basically living off of our money that we make.
Our 401ks.
Yep, that's where we live off of. So here's how else you can help us. Starting today, we've started a Patreon page. You may say, what the heck is a Patreon page? Well, if you go down here into the link, and we're also going to run it across the bottom here for that link. But if you click the little triangle, which I don't know if it's on this side, if it's on that side, it's over on, if you're looking at your screen, it's on the right-hand side if you're on your phone or on a computer. Most TVs do not have this, so if you're watching on your TV, you're not going to be able to join in on this option that you have. But what we've done is you go down to Patreon, you can click on that group, and we have a couple different tiers. One's a $3 tier, another one's a $9 tier, and then we have a $25 tier. This signs up, it's kind of like getting a subscription to a TV channel. If you're watching stuff on the internet and you're paying for ESPN or whatever you might be paying for, that's what it is a monthly. You can cancel it any time. They bill you once a month for it. So on the $9 or the $3 is first. $3 is first. Starting there, you're going to get Tam's exclusive pictures that she takes. There's a lot of pictures she takes that we don't show on YouTube because with the videos that are coming on. So she's going to put a lot more stuff that she has. We'll also show you some things where we're at. You know, different hotels that we might stay at, which we ain't staying in many hotels, but different campgrounds and different places that we stop. She'll be posting stuff throughout.
Like stuff we do on the way to different rallies, because a lot of times we just show you once we get there. So we won't show you, we'll show you some stuff that on the way up.
Yeah. And then the next tier, which is the $9 one, we're going to start putting some videos up. So actually I did a video just the other day, just to throw on there. It was a test video, turned out really good. So today I got a video that's going to be coming up. It's going to be about, we have a golf cart. And nobody has seen this golf cart yet. So until you become a Patreon, you're not going to get to see it until we get to the Buffalo Chip. So we actually had some work done to it today. We're going to show that work. So we're going to show you some things like that that's not, I don't know, I would say it's not that most exciting. I'm probably, if I put out there, hey, new golf cart, look at what we did to it. You know, I don't know how many people is even interested in that. But you might be one of those ones that want to know a little bit more about what we're doing, about our travels, things like that.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, we're not doing as much on our RV parks that we have because the motorcycle stuff is so busy and so much stuff that we're putting out on that. I don't really run into enough time to run the parks and all that. So we may end up doing videos on our Patreon page there that you can watch. Now the last tier is the $25 tier, which gets you some live feeds. What that's going to be is a minimum of once a month, we're going to do a live feed. I'll also put some other videos on there. We're not sure age requirement on Patreon. So I can actually put it on there and list that it's over for 21, and we've actually got a whole bunch of videos that we just did. We did a t-shirt contest that if you've seen a little bit of that, I got a whole lot of that. We may put that on the $25 section to where you can see that. We've also got some other things that I may want to put on there just so you can see it. Also on the $9 one, we're going to put some footage on there of things like maybe a whole ride that I did. You can see the whole thing from start to finish, Iron Mountain, from the start of it to the very end of it. To where I don't want to put it on a regular YouTube video because it just...
Too long.
Yeah, it'd be too long. So you guys can come back and look at it. And so that's the chances you have. You have 3 tiers that you can pick. You can move around from the ones that you want. You can check it out. But what that does is that gets us some of the money. They take about $1 from each person for their fees and send us the rest of the money. So it's just one more way that we can get a little bit more income coming in to help pay for the expenses of the gas, and some of these RV parks are charging us to stay there. Also some of the other new equipment that we're trying to buy. We got some brand new lighting that we're getting. We got one that's on right now. We got some new soft boxes coming because we got some really great interviews during the rally in Sturgis that we're going to have some really great people that's going to speak to us. So we're going to try to set up some really soft box lighting to give you some of that really good lighting to make them look good and make us look a little better. You know, so that's how you can do it. And we're also working on a store that will be selling shirts, hats. So if you've seen the embroidery, if you watched the live the other day, I had an embroidery shirt. I've also got one that's going to have our name across the back, which I'm hoping I'm going to get it before we head out to Sturgis. That will let you know if you come up behind me, you'll know who we are and we're there filming for YouTube. So we got some really neat things coming up, and this is just some extra ways that we can get a little extra income to help with the expenses we have to give you this great videos. Because next year we have to sit down and reevaluate all this. We spent way too much money this year traveling, and we definitely can't do as many rallies. Of course,
gas went up, so that was an added expense. When we went to Florida last year in October, gas was under $2 a gallon. Now it's under $4 a gallon. Yeah. So, and you know, things like that happen, but it's just...
So next year, like for instance, they're already asking us, we've had a whole bunch of people that are wanting us to come back for the fall rallies in October. At this moment, I can't afford to do that. I just can't justify the gas. You know, there's also other ways that people can help us. If you've got property that is nearby, which we think we've got something set up in Daytona, that we've got one of our vendors is actually going to let us stay on their property, which will save us some money, which is great. And all we do is let them do their shout out. So, you know, that's the other thing that we want to make sure that we let everybody know why we are looking at you is because we're only loyal to you. We have no sponsors. Nobody, you won't see a logo up here saying that so-and-so is sponsoring us, Jeep's are sponsoring us, or Harley Davidson is sponsoring us. Most YouTubers out here today have some type of sponsorship that they have. Problem with that is if you guys have been watching YouTube channels, you've been watching Harley Davidson, you know, there's been a couple guys out here that no longer are with Harley Davidson because of what they say and do, because Harley Davidson wants to make sure, even though it's your channel and you're doing what they want, they're going to tell you what you can say and what you can't say at the next event.
Or who you can say it about and who you can't.
That's right. So we want to be honest with you and give you the facts and let you know exactly what's going on. Hey, if it sucks, it sucks. If it's great, it's great. We show you the good stuff. You know, and that's what it's all about. And that's what we want to do is give a lot of positivity to the rallies that we go to. And, you know, if you get on that Patreon page, we'll give you a little bit more insight of what we feel about each rally after the year's over. We'll give you a real down-to-earth about what we think about each one. We're trying to get a hold of some of the vendors, not vendors, but some of the promoters that were at some of these vendors, at some of these locations, and give them some of the ideas that we see by going to other rallies. We can kind of see good and bad.
Tell them what we thought, what we've heard from other people, because a lot of people say, oh man, that was great, but, you know, this could use a little tweaking, or that, if that was there, or if this was here, or whatever. So that'll give them some feedback, some constructive criticism.
So our channel is all going to be about you, getting you the information that you need. All the vendors that we have on our channel pay us nothing. But what we tell them now is they have to guarantee their product. So if we have one of you that have had work done at a dealership that we've given a shout out for, any of our vendors that give a shout out on, and you've not satisfied with what you had done, you've contacted them, have gotten nowhere, you can contact us and we will contact them. Now, we've been in retail our whole life, so we understand, there's some people who just can't keep happy. But if it's a typical situation, hey, I bought this and this happened, whatever it might be.
Or it didn't work.
And yeah, it didn't. I bought a headlight and it blew out on the way home, and they won't do nothing for me. Okay, there's the situation. I got a friend that bought one of the new watches that will start your bike, and he's having issues. Well, the problem is he hasn't called the manufacturer and made a complaint yet. You got to make a complaint first and see what they do. If they don't, I'll get the watch back. We'll take it down to JP Cycles and we'll get him a brand new watch and replace it. So there's things like that we can do because we have a good connection with these vendors. So we're giving that to you as a support. Now, if you go down there, let's say you bought a new Harley Davidson and I show you one here you could bought for $30,000 and you paid $35,000, that's your fault. You're not educated enough to buy that bike. So we can't do anything about pricing. You should check all your prices before you spend money on something, unless you're buying something because it's a quality product and that's the best you can get.
Be a smart consumer.
That's right. So we'll help you on that too, because we're going to be talking about Harley Davidson prices real soon, and that'll be coming up here in the next few weeks, hopefully before Sturgis. We'll talk about that.
If not, it'll be after.
Yeah. So we have a lot of great topics coming on. Also through the Patreon page, you can also contact us and give us information. If you think there's a video that you think we should be covering, something that we should be doing, let us know. Now, we can't go to a rally it's Friday and Saturday this weekend, and it's all the way down in Texas. Well, we can't get from where we're at to Texas in a couple days. So there's things that are just unpractical for us to travel to. Or somebody says, hey, we're in Florida. Hey, we got something going on this weekend in Seattle, Washington. Can you come up to our dealer? That ain't going to happen. But if we're in the
vicinity,
we can do our best to make it to those events. There's a lot of people now that want us to do charity rides and things like that. Same thing if we're not in that area. And same thing, it costs us money to move the RV, move all the stuff we have. We have to find a place to stay, a place to hook up, got to find, spend gas, money and stuff like that. Not saying that your event is not a good event. You can also put that on and let us know, and we'll put it out on our Facebook page to let people know. Make sure you're checking out our Facebook page. It's Bob and Tams at Facebook. It's a group that you can sign up, just get on there and you can start seeing what's going on. We got about 800 people now that's on our Facebook page, and we try to give that some updates of what's going on there. And we're going to go ahead and leave it here because I'm rattling on a whole lot, and this video is probably a lot longer than I really wanted it to be today.
So thanks for coming along today. Consider becoming one of our Patreon subscribers. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Share us with your family and friends. Give us a big thumbs up. Ring that bell for notifications, and we'll see you on the next video.
And stay tuned because we got a whole bunch. We're still working on the top 10 things that you just must do in Sturgis. That's going to be coming out tomorrow again. I think I'm going to stick a couple together instead of just doing one at a time. It's dragging out too long, and I didn't realize we're already going to be in about a week and a half from now. We're already heading to Sturgis, so I got to get that done way before that. We wanted to do one on packing your bike, and we had a whole bunch of other little neat things we wanted to give before we went. But we may do a couple of those videos after we're there.
Or we did one last year. You can check those out too.
Yeah. But we like to do a new one and give you new ideas. So we'll leave you at that, and we'll see you on the video tomorrow. We're going to start putting out a video every day again. See ya.
Bye.